Tony Yayo was standing outside the studio, shaking his head while talking on the phone, because Tony Yayo already knew Ja Rule was somewhere watching him, thinking about starting another argument. Tony Yayo was not in the mood to stay silent today because Tony Yayo felt that Ja Rule had been throwing indirect shots for too long. Inside the building, people were whispering about Ja Rule and Tony Yayo, because the tension between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule was getting heavier every day. Tony Yayo pushed the studio door open slowly while chewing gum, acting calm but clearly ready if Ja Rule decided to show up and start talking crazy again. Everyone knew when Tony Yayo walked like that, something was about to happen, and people were already talking about Ja Rule and Tony Yayo beef history like it was never going to end. Ja Rule was not far away. Ja Rule was sitting inside the car with his music playing low, thinking about Tony Yayo and what Tony Yayo had said in the last interview. Ja Rule was angry but trying to stay smart because Ja Rule knew the cameras were around. Ja Rule had built his own reputation, and Ja Rule was not going to let Tony Yayo disrespect his legacy without answering back. Ja Rule kept repeating Tony Yayo's name in his mind because Tony Yayo had called him out again on social media. Tony Yayo was talking like Ja Rule was finished, but Ja Rule believed Tony Yayo was only trying to stay relevant by mentioning Ja Rule again and again. Tony Yayo saw Ja Rule's car arriving slowly. Tony Yayo crossed his arms and waited. The moment was tense because Tony Yayo and Ja Rule had history that people still talked about. Tony Yayo remembered the old days when Ja Rule was dominating charts, and Tony Yayo also remembered how people compared Tony Yayo's style with Ja Rule's style. Now Tony Yayo felt the game had changed. Tony Yayo believed Ja Rule was not the same threat anymore, but Ja Rule believed Tony Yayo was just loud talk without real proof in music battle. Ja Rule stepped out of the car first. Ja Rule looked straight at Tony Yayo like he was measuring Tony Yayo confidence level. Tony Yayo didn't move. Tony Yayo just smiled slightly like he was waiting for Ja Rule to speak first. Ja Rule finally said Tony Yayo name slowly, almost like testing the temperature of the situation. Tony Yayo, you really think talking online makes you bigger than me? Ja Rule said while pointing slightly toward Tony Yayo's chest. Tony Yayo laughed and said Ja Rule name back like he was enjoying the confrontation. Tony Yayo said Ja Rule was living in the past and Ja Rule should focus on making new music instead of arguing with Tony Yayo. Ja Rule shook his head and told Tony Yayo that Tony Yayo was disrespecting legends. Ja Rule said Tony Yayo should remember who built hip-hop conversations in the era when Ja Rule was selling millions. Tony Yayo replied that numbers alone don't make someone the king, and Tony Yayo said Ja Rule music era ended when people started listening to harder street rap style. Ja Rule's face changed slightly when Tony Yayo said that because Ja Rule felt Tony Yayo was attacking not only music but also Ja Rule pride. The camera that was recording Tony Yayo and Ja Rule heated exchange moved closer because people wanted to capture every word coming from Tony Yayo and Ja Rule. Tony Yayo pointed at Ja Rule and said Ja Rule was always emotional in battles. Tony Yayo said Ja Rule talks about respect but starts drama first. Ja Rule stepped forward and told Tony Yayo that Tony Yayo should not forget who he was talking to because Ja Rule name still carried weight in many places. Tony Yayo replied loudly that Tony Yayo was not scared of Ja Rule name or history. Tony Yayo said Ja Rule should stop acting like the industry still belongs to him. Ja Rule clenched his fist slightly but kept control because Ja Rule knew fighting Tony Yayo on camera would create bigger problems. Ja Rule told Tony Yayo that real artists don't need social media drama, and Ja Rule said Tony Yayo was chasing attention by repeating Ja Rule name in interviews. Tony Yayo laughed again and said Ja Rule was angry because Tony Yayo was speaking truth. Tony Yayo told Ja Rule that many new fans don't even talk about Ja Rule songs anymore. And Ja Rule responded by saying Tony Yayo never reached the level where Ja Rule stood during peak fame. Tony Yayo moved closer and said Ja Rule was scared of modern rap competition. And Tony Yayo said Ja Rule was trying to survive by bringing old beefs back. The atmosphere became heavier as Tony Yayo and Ja Rule continued talking. People around them were watching silently because nobody knew if Tony Yayo and Ja Rule would turn argument into physical fight. Tony Yayo kept saying Ja Rule name while explaining that Ja Rule should focus on music instead of public arguments. Ja Rule told Tony Yayo that Tony Yayo should respect senior artists and stop disrespecting Ja Rule legacy. Tony Yayo finally said that if Ja Rule wanted music battle, Tony Yayo was ready anytime. Ja Rule nodded slowly and said Tony Yayo should be careful what he wishes for because Ja Rule still had surprises in the game. The camera captured Tony Yayo and Ja Rule standing face to face, tension clearly visible in their eyes. While both artists knew this exchange would spread quickly across internet discussions, people started moving around them, but Tony Yayo and Ja Rule didn't stop talking. Tony Yayo repeated Ja Rule's name one more time, saying Ja Rule should focus on comeback music instead of fighting public battles. Ja Rule said Tony Yayo should stop talking like industry politics belonged to him. The exchange ended without physical fight, but Tony Yayo and Ja Rule both walked away with strong anger hidden behind their silence. And people watching knew this was not the end of Tony Yayo and Ja Rule beef story. The argument between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule did not end after the camera stopped moving because Tony Yayo was still standing near the parking area thinking about what Ja Rule had said. Tony Yayo felt that Ja Rule was trying to protect old reputation instead of accepting new rap generation pressure. Tony Yayo took a deep breath and said Ja Rule's name quietly like he was calculating the next move in this long-running tension between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule. Meanwhile, Ja Rule was sitting inside his car, holding the steering wheel tightly, replaying Tony Yayo words inside his mind because Tony Yayo had pushed Ja Rule's ego during their heated exchange. Ja Rule called one of his team members and told them that Tony Yayo was becoming too loud in interviews. Ja Rule said Tony Yayo was talking like industry history started from Tony Yayo era, which Ja Rule strongly disagreed with. Ja Rule told his team that Tony Yayo should remember who dominated charts when Ja Rule was dropping hit records. Tony Yayo, on the other side, was talking to someone near the studio gate, saying Ja Rule was emotional because Tony Yayo challenged Ja Rule's public image. Tony Yayo repeated that Ja Rule was not ready for modern rap confrontation. News about Tony Yayo and Ja Rule's heated exchange started spreading online. Fans were posting clips of Tony Yayo pointing at Ja Rule and Ja Rule responding angrily. Comment sections were divided because some people supported Tony Yayo while others defended Ja Rule. Tony Yayo supporters said Tony Yayo was fearless and speaking truth about industry changes. Ja Rule supporters said Ja Rule was a legendary artist and Tony Yayo was only trying to gain attention by mentioning Ja Rule again and again. Ja Rule later stepped out of the car again because Ja Rule wanted to talk one more time with Tony Yayo. Ja Rule walked slowly toward Tony Yayo and said Tony Yayo should stop acting like this is street politics. Ja Rule said music industry respect was important and Tony Yayo should respect artists like Ja Rule who helped shape earlier hip-hop culture. Tony Yayo smirked and said Ja Rule was talking like age difference was winning argument, not talent. Tony Yayo told Ja Rule that real competition happens on microphone, not emotional speech. Tony Yayo said if Ja Rule had confidence, Ja Rule should drop new aggressive music instead of discussing Tony Yayo personality. Ja Rule responded that Tony Yayo was underestimating legacy artists and Tony Yayo should focus on building long-term career instead of creating short-term internet drama. The tension became visible again when Tony Yayo took a step closer to Ja Rule and said Ja Rule was scared of being challenged by younger rap energy. Ja Rule clenched his jaw and told Tony Yayo that disrespecting history was dangerous. Ja Rule said Tony Yayo should remember that industry respect is earned, not shouted. Tony Yayo replied loudly that Ja Rule was talking like old-era rules still controlled modern rap battles. People around were recording Tony Yayo and Ja Rule because nobody wanted to miss another explosive moment between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule. Tony Yayo pointed at Ja Rule again and said Ja Rule should stop hiding behind legacy stories. Ja Rule answered that Tony Yayo was acting aggressive because Tony Yayo wanted online fame. Tony Yayo told Ja Rule that if real battle happens, Tony Yayo would stand ready anywhere. Ja Rule said Tony Yayo was forgetting that Ja Rule also survived many industry wars and Ja Rule was not afraid of confrontation. Tony Yayo repeated Ja Rule's name and said Ja Rule should bring music, not excuses. Finally, Tony Yayo turned slightly and said conversation with Ja Rule was enough for today. Ja Rule also stepped back and said Tony Yayo should think carefully before starting another public argument. Tony Yayo and Ja Rule both walked in opposite directions, but atmosphere still felt heavy because fans knew Tony Yayo and Ja Rule's story was not finished yet. Tony Yayo was walking slowly toward the street corner after leaving the heated conversation, but Tony Yayo was still thinking about Ja Rule and Ja Rule's attitude during the exchange. The wind was blowing slightly while Tony Yayo remembered how Ja Rule looked when Ja Rule was defending his legacy. Tony Yayo believed Ja Rule was emotionally reacting because Tony Yayo's words had touched something inside Ja Rule's pride. Tony Yayo stopped for a moment and said Ja Rule name quietly again because Tony Yayo wanted to remind himself that this was not finished between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule. Meanwhile, Ja Rule was sitting inside the car watching Tony Yayo through the mirror. Ja Rule was angry but also thinking strategically because Ja Rule knew public fights with Tony Yayo could damage both Tony Yayo and Ja Rule reputation. Ja Rule picked up his phone and told his friend that Tony Yayo was pushing narrative against Ja Rule legacy. Ja Rule said Tony Yayo was acting like modern rap culture started only from Tony Yayo perspective, which Ja Rule strongly rejected. Ja Rule repeated Tony Yayo name while talking, saying Tony Yayo should stop disrespecting experienced artists. Later that evening, rumors started spreading that Tony Yayo and Ja Rule might continue confrontation online. Social media users were posting screenshots of Tony Yayo statements where Tony Yayo talked about rap evolution and industry survival. Ja Rule also released a short message indirectly mentioning that Ja Rule would never accept disrespect from anyone, including Tony Yayo. Fans started arguing again about Tony Yayo versus Ja Rule impact in hip-hop culture. Tony Yayo was seen talking to one of his friends outside studio area. Tony Yayo said Ja Rule was trying to act like industry guardian, but Ja Rule should accept that new rap generation has different rules. Tony Yayo said Ja Rule music era was successful, but every era ends and new era begins. Tony Yayo repeated Ja Rule name while saying that legends should not fight modern artists just to stay relevant. Ja Rule later arrived near a small restaurant where some people were already talking about Tony Yayo and Ja Rule beef. Ja Rule walked inside slowly because Ja Rule wanted some privacy before making next move. But someone inside recognized Ja Rule and started asking about Tony Yayo and the heated exchange caught on camera earlier. Ja Rule smiled slightly but did not answer directly about Tony Yayo. Inside the studio community, people were discussing Tony Yayo behavior and Ja Rule reaction. Some said Tony Yayo was intentionally provoking Ja Rule to create viral content. Others said Ja Rule should respond to Tony Yayo through music instead of conversation. Tony Yayo supporters said Tony Yayo was brave because Tony Yayo challenged Ja Rule publicly. Ja Rule supporters said Ja Rule was maintaining dignity by not fighting physically with Tony Yayo. Late night arrived and Tony Yayo posted a short message online without mentioning Ja Rule directly, but everyone knew Tony Yayo was talking about Ja Rule. Tony Yayo wrote that real warriors speak truth even when others don't like hearing it. Fans immediately connected that message with Tony Yayo and Ja Rule confrontation. Ja Rule saw the post and stayed silent for some minutes before replying indirectly that experience matters more than noise. Ja Rule told his close team that Tony Yayo was trying psychological pressure strategy. Ja Rule said Tony Yayo was repeating Ja Rule name because Tony Yayo wanted attention through controversy. Ja Rule believed that real victory against Tony Yayo would come through music and public perception, not street argument. Tony Yayo was also talking privately with someone, saying Ja Rule was not ready if real lyrical battle happened. Tony Yayo said Ja Rule was using legacy card because Ja Rule knew modern rap competition is different. Tony Yayo repeated Ja Rule name while saying that respect must be earned continuously, not stored from past success. The next morning, camera footage of Tony Yayo and Ja Rule heated exchange was trending again. People were analyzing Tony Yayo body language and Ja Rule facial expression during confrontation. Some experts said Tony Yayo was dominating conversation pressure while Ja Rule was controlling emotional reaction. Ja Rule released a statement saying that Ja Rule has nothing personal against Tony Yayo but will not tolerate disrespect. Tony Yayo responded indirectly by saying that conversation between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule was just beginning. Fans were waiting because everyone felt that Tony Yayo and Ja Rule story still had more chapters. Some believed music battle might happen between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule in future. Others believed this was only publicity tension. But one thing was clear, Tony Yayo and Ja Rule names were still trending because of this explosive exchange. Night came again and Tony Yayo looked at city lights thinking about Ja Rule reaction. Ja Rule was also sitting quietly, thinking about Tony Yayo words during confrontation. Both Tony Yayo and Ja Rule knew that this heated exchange caught on camera would stay in public memory for a long time. The story between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule was not officially finished because neither Tony Yayo nor Ja Rule accepted defeat, and fans were waiting to see if next chapter would bring another explosive moment between Tony Yayo and Ja Rule.